Hey y'all, it's me Trish. I am the Witch of the Dismal Swamp. How in the hell's everybody today? I hope y'all are doing good. If you're not, you know what you do. You turn it around. You know, when you have a shitty day, you make it a better day. That's the way I look at it. Alright, what is this video about? I'm going to read to y'all from something from the Silver Raven with Silver Spells. You know, I know you see it backwards, but that's what it is. And it says spells for protecting your shit. Okay, it says stuff, but I say shit. So it's a spell for protecting your stuff. Okay, you may not own a diamond tennis bracelet or a Mickey Mantle baseball card, but all the same, your stuff is important to you. Spam call. Sorry, y'all. I'm ignoring it. I get a lot of spam calls, and that irritates the living shit out of me. It's like, you block the number, and they call from another number. And it's like, there's got to be something they can do about it, because your phone gets blowed up with freaking annoying spam calls. Anyway, I digress. Sorry, y'all. Alright. It says, con artists are smart, aggressive, and persuasive. They just called my phone, right? If it's a fraud lookalike, a fraud, then obviously no one would fall for fraud. That's not true, because I did. I had to change all my bank account information, all because I thought I was talking to the people that we get our satellite for the TV. I had to call them because I wanted to find out about switching to another satellite, and I didn't know, but it was one of them fraud centers, and I gave them all my information. Then I realized they weren't legit. There was a fraud center pretending to be the satellite people, and I was like, son of a bitch. I got crooked. So I was sitting there arguing with them for the longest time too. I'm like, how do I know you're not a fraud? You know, and I kept telling them that, and they were like, we take offense to that. They were Indian people. And I'm like, what the hell? And something inside of me just kept saying, this ain't right. Something's wrong. Something's not legit. But I went ahead and did it because I wanted to switch to the other satellite people. Well, anyway, long story short, at the end of the day, it was a fraud. It was a scam. And they had on the Google that they were connected with the satellite people. So I trusted that. And come to find out, so please everyone, be aware. If you Google somebody's phone number, make sure it is legit, because you're going to get ripped just like I did. And I ended up having to change all of my account stuff, and bank account, everything, because of that one phone call. Anyway, yes, there is a lot of fraud going on, so watch out. Alright, anyway, let's get back to this. Y'all know I like to talk. What can I say? I love y'all. Unfortunately, people lose millions of dollars to swindles every year. I'm one of them. From the internet to the doorbell, a con artist has numerous ways to enter your life and dance off with your hard-earned cash. And they don't feel bad about it either. Dressed like a bank examiner, a bum, a service repairman, or any number of costumes, and all in between. The old adage, if it sounds too good to be true, it is too good to be true. Should be your magical motto. So keep that in mind, y'all, for real. Alright, Penelope's Protection Web. Okay, this is the spell that I'm going to read to y'all. Alright, here we go. Using Penelope's Web to stop fraud doesn't mean that you are to cease being observant when it comes to protecting yourself of your property. In other words, just because you cast this does not mean you can't be aware and pay attention. Okay? It's to help you, not do it all. You know what I'm saying? You got to do it too. All right. Anyway, however, it is an excellent charm that works in tandem with your good sense, especially if you transfer the design onto a small mirror that can be placed near your telephone, in your safety deposit box, or under your front porch or your doormat. Yeah, can you imagine if you put a mirror under your doormat? Really? It'd probably get broke, right? I think you probably should put it under your porch. Anyway, crossing line designs are often used in protection as the lines confuse negative energies, forcing them to lose focus and eventually burst apart and slowly fade away. Penelope's Web design is a pattern of interlocking pentacles composed of only 2 lines. Defense ring of 20 outward points, much like the philosophy behind the Pennsylvania Ducks hex sign. Protects the wearer of one's property. Penelope's name means veiled one. So if any of y'all named Penelope, there you go. She is a fate goddess responsible for determining one's destiny. Mother of and consort of Pan. Penelope acts as a personal guardian angel when needed. She is said to have refrained from cutting the thread of Odysseus' life so that he couldn't die. Okay, I'm going to show y'all what this Penelope's Web looks like. Okay. All right. By surrounding this design with a crushed protective herb, you are further ensuring protection of anyone or anything, especially if you find yourself in a desperate situation. Place a picture of the individual who needs protection on the center of your altar. Cover with Penelope's Web. Surround with one of or a combination of the following herbs: myrrh, rue, patchouli, or rosemary. Those are good for protection. If you don't have any of these items, then use salt. Any salt. All right. Utter your own words of power, entreating Penelope to assist you. Okay. You can also enlarge the drawing in this book on a copy machine, or write the letters of your first name in between the spokes of the wheel for added protection for yourself, or write down the name of the item you wish to protect, evenly spaced among the spokes of the design. Laminate it and carry it with you as a protective device, especially if you are thinking about walking into a shady business deal. So what they're saying is, in between, you write what you want to write. Okay. I'm going to do this. I'm going to carve this on a candle. And I'm going to sit down and put my into it. All right. And now it says, to enhance the spell, perform it on a Saturday. Perform it on a full moon. Place your personal sigil on the back of the drawing. So do this, and then on the back, do whatever sigil you want. All right. Sew into an expensive piece of clothing. Now, they got on here like your winter coat that cost you $500, Sew it on the back of your, inside of your coat. All right. And then that's the end of it. The next one is Too Hot to Touch spell, which I'm not going to read that because I'm already at 10 minutes almost. But yes, there's a lot of good info in this book, and I really wanted to share it with y'all. This one particular one I did because, you know, shit's getting crazy out there. And I thought, you know what, let me, you know, pass this. I mean, you might have your own way of doing things, which is great. I think that's wonderful. But I'm going to do this, but I'm going to do it my way kind of thing. And that's exactly... But I wanted to share it with y'all in case you might come up with your own way of doing things. Okay? But at least put that protection out there, y'all. There was another one I found that I really liked in a different book. It's The Witch's Book of Spells. And I don't know if I can find it. I should have ticked the page, but I didn't. Here's a mirror weight loss spell. I need that one right. Because I'm a little bit chunky. Alright, dream protection spell. I need that too, because boy, I've been having some crazy ass dreams lately. I don't even understand it. It's like, I woke up the other night and I had to sit down and write it down because, you know, I had to go pee. And after I got up and peed, I came back in and wrote down everything I dreamed. And the next morning, I couldn't remember half of it. And it's like, I'm glad I wrote it down. But that was a crazy freaking dream. It's like, what in the hell am I dreaming stuff for? I don't even know. All right, here's a spell of protection. I'm just going to read this one real quick out of this book. I thought it was pretty good. And all you need to do this spell is one candle. That's what I like. I like simple, easy to do stuff. Okay, you're going to sit before your candle. You're going to light the candle. Look into the flame, which I do that all the time, y'all. Visualize fire bathing you with glowing protective light. Okay, so this is what you're going to envision. The fire creates a flaming, shimmering spear around you as you say the following. So here's what you're going to say as you're focusing your energy into that flame. Craft the spell. Okay, craft the spell in the fire. Craft it well, weave it higher. Or weave it now of simmering flame. None shall come to hurt or maim. None shall pass this fiery wall. None shall pass, no, none at all. Okay, and then you can repeat that over and over as many times as you want. Okay, that I wanted to just throw out there because I thought it was pretty cool. Okay, and all you need is a candle and focus on the flame. I do that pretty much in every spell I do. I have a candle and I focus. I like doing that, y'all. Well, anyway, that is it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I will see y'all on my next one. Y'all be well, and please be safe out there, y'all. Much love. Toodles.